welcome to Smokin and Joking with your friendly neighborhood old bat. How y'all doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Just got back from my interview. I think it went pretty well. They're supposed to be calling me back in for a second interview. So hopefully we can get this thing a moving. We'll know here in a couple days. If not, oh well. I guess it wasn't meant to be. Well, let's see who we got in the chat. We got Guido and Lucifer Almighty. How you doing, gentlemen? How you doing? Let's go ahead and pick up where we left off with Miss Shanny. She was bitching last we saw. Let's listen to her bitch some more.
You know, maybe I still do have, you know, this in all honesty, since it is systematic, it's really nobody's fault because it was like programmed in our heads. It's like a form of brainwashing. So,
what the fuck are you talking about, you stupid bitch?
Why keep sneaky laughing at Rev? Huh? Sneaky laughing?
No. I think it's because sometimes you just sneak looks at me or like look up at me or something and they think it's a sneaky laugh. That's... Ignore that shit. It's so dumb. Like
That's why I'm perplexed.
It's so dumb. Like just ignore
it's like,
it.
huh? What's sneaky laughing? You either laugh or you don't, weirdos. I know, right? They always have to try to find some kind of like intention behind, like some kind of negative intention behind what I'm doing.
Oh, shut up.
No.
Well, I did the Salah laugh. They
shut up.
Try to do the same thing they do with Foodie with us all the time.
I've barely slept because I've been dealing with heartburn.
Whoop, whoop.
And because I barely slept, I've been doing this with my finger and feeling my fucking chin hairs that are just getting worse through age. Because goddamn perimetapods and shit. And Jason went to the store to get me some milk because of the heartburn.
The only chocolate milk they had was small bitch.
I know,
I can't even
right?
believe that. That's the only chocolate milk they had. What's the deal? At least
Look at. She's got places where her chin hairs are coming in. She's got to shave, y'all. Yeah, I ain't got to shave. I ain't gonna laugh too fucking loud because, you know, goat hairs are a thing. And I do have one goat hair that comes in, like right here, one, and I just got to take it and just pull it out. Yeah, it sucks. Oh, light them up, by the way.
it's Trumu, which is good.
I'm fine. Any milk I would have been fine with. Any milk.
Cool.
Okay, we're dealing with some heartburn.
What?
I'm like, no, I know what the heartburn came from. It came from the
Fajitas.
No, not the fajitas.
What?
The freaking Progresso soups.
Oh.
They have these like delicious Progresso smokehouse soups, right?
They're really good.
So good.
They are.
The problem with it is it's created heartburn. And then the next day I had fajitas. But it's like I'm on Prevacid. Why is it?
Where'd you get fajitas from? Where the hell did you get fajitas from? I know damn well you didn't cook none. And I know damn well you didn't go out and get any. So where'd you get fajitas from, heifer?
Working. Or Prilosec. Whatever, same thing,
Same
Prilosec.
thing. Yeah.
Oh, omeprazole, okay? No. It decided to be like, no. You're having this delicious, bomb-ass, fucking, spicy-ass food, and I'm not gonna work with you, Shani. You're gonna have to sit there and suffer with your fucking heartburn, because I don't want to work with you. That's what my drug
Sucks TVU.
did for the last, like, 3 days. And I'm like, fuck you. I have a right to decide to enjoy some delicious progressive smokehouse soup because I can't freaking eat because my jaw is swollen. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
It's true.
Why's your jaw swollen, Shanny? Do you have an abscess? You got an abscess? Damn, girl. That's the only reason your jaw would be swollen. That or he socked you in it, which I don't think he's got that many balls.
That's how it goes.
Why do sometimes say that you don't have anybody in the world and that you feel lonely when you have Rev? I'm borderline.
No, when you're with somebody that is borderline, you quickly learn that you are just like you're there, but it's not considered another person. Like you become the person with them,
Huh?
sorta. Yeah, that's the way it is like that.
I wouldn't say that. It's
I would. I'm living it
it could
because
be.
you constantly say I'm lonely, and I'm like I'm right here. Okay,
I'm not the least bit lonely. I have my son. I have my mom. I have my flea market friends. I have my husband. Well, he should be at the top of the list, but he's a given. I mean, he's a given. I got battle buddies if I need to talk. I got friends here. I'd say I'm the least alone person. Plus my little furry friends. So I would say I'm the least alone person in the world. You're just selfish, is all that is. You're selfish.
but that doesn't matter because
Well, could it be the fact that um the parts in my brain
Hey,
that
balloon
should work
hater!
don't work?
you could tell that to them.
Well, I posted it.
If they're asking. But you do that. Like I'm all alone. Well, you got Rev. Well, yeah, but that doesn't really
There is.
count because I'm with you all the time anyway. You know, I wish you could socialize in person with people.
Christina Flint said, because when you have serious depression, you feel lonely even in a crowd. Well, there's that.
That too. That too. Yeah.
Now, when I did have serious, now when I have an episode of depression, it doesn't last as long as it used to. When I would have bouts of depression, it would last for months. I had a bout of depression that lasted years. But you persevere and you hang on to the hope that things will get better. And lo and behold, things did get better. Shani is a liar. And I don't doubt that she's depressed. I doubt that she's got any serious mental illness, though, other than psychopathy and narcissism. And she's a sociopath. Absolute. She does not give not one rat's ass about anybody but herself. Self centered to the core. Good thing she ain't good looking and smart. Can you imagine the damage she could do if she was good looking and smart?
Yeah. That's a good point too.
No, I don't think with borderline personality you could skip the outbursts.
Okay, Blue.
I don't think it's
Hey, Lady
physically
Starfire.
possible because of how your brain is structured.
Same goes
You
for
know.
bipolar.
Oh yeah, your brain's completely different. Your problems with your brain is completely different from the problems I have with my brain.
Yeah.
Your
Plus
problem
tax.
is the lack of gray matter. It like erodes your gray matter.
That's insane.
While and then you have like deformities regarding your hippocampus and other parts.
It's insane.
Um,
Not good.
my problem is the region in my brain that causes sadness and anger is elevated, while the part in my brain that would normally like dampen down these emotions is underactive in usage, and that's how a borderline's brain it looks like in an MRI. So it's like,
Shanny, your big mouth is setting off my fucking phone. It's setting off my Google Assist. Why don't you just fucking tone it down some, bitch? Shit.
my brain makes me feel either really angry or really sad, and I don't have the brain capacity, I guess you could say, the neurotransmitters in the area of my brain.
You know what, guys? Come to think of it, when I hit the 60-pound mark, I got depressed. I have been getting depressed lately. I'm sure it's just a chemical thing because I've been diagnosed with severe depression anyway. And you know, any little thing can mess up my brain chemistry. But you see, the thing is that I have a choice. I can languish in it, or I can try, or I can live. And I've been living, not languishing. Still depressed though, but I'm not languishing in it.
Brain that would calm those effects. Um, so for borderline, it takes a very long, arduous time to get to baseline again because your brain.
Because she is a nitwit that is lying about having BPD. That's why. She is a nitwit lying about having BPD. Ugh. Eat a bag of dicks, Shanny.
Is depleted of the parts that is needed to calm your bitch ass down.
Oh.
So like I can't help being like when I'm like that.
When it gets
when
to
it
that
happens,
point,
yeah.
That now I understand that.
Yeah. Because the thing in the mechanism in my brain that could calm it down,
Emotion.
It doesn't work properly.
Yeah, that explains.
It's underactive and
That is why I am on medication. It only goes so far, then the rest is up to me. You see, that's how that shit works. You have to develop what we grown ups like to call self control. I didn't used to have any. I have a lot more now than I used to. I have a lot more than I used to. Then again, I don't get as upset about things as I used to. Anymore, I'm like, fuck it.
uh neuro I think the word is neuroplasticity. Um Calm your ass down. It's 9 o'clock, 9 in the morning. Uh, wow, you've changed in appearance, have I? Okay. Um, do I have urges of self-harm? Well, if you look at my arm, you could tell very easily that, yeah, that could be the,
Please say lately no.
lately, no, absolutely
Thank
not.
you for saying
But, in the past, yeah, you can tell by my arm.
When I got this tattoo, the Never mind. I'm not going to even tell that story. But the artist did question me. I denied, of course. But, you know, I haven't harmed myself since. Nor will I. She does it for attention. I did it to let something out.
You know, I'd actually like to cover the scars up with tattoos so I'm not like constantly reminded over the, you know.
Got to get in contact with Sully,
Hey, cats!
you know, the Scars Foundation, because he pays for that shit. Tattoos.
Hey,
Cutters.
Human Dog TV.
I'm lying. Yeah, well, why don't you
Course,
prove that I'm lying? Or give some reasoning why I'm lying instead of just bold saying I'm lying with no evidence, no proof, just your own little puny imagination. That's okay. Because I can say I know myself a lot better than you.
Yeah, we have video evidence at every stupid stunt that you've ever pulled. And where we see these stupid stunts, I'm sure there's 100 million that we haven't seen on camera. Wonder how much goes on behind the scenes. Wonder how close they are to being evicted. They gotta know that their days are numbered. They've gotta know on some level. I mean, shit, you can't be that stupid, can you?
And I can say that with really good confidence. And I'm sure you could probably say the same for yourself. That you know yourself way more than I know you. Random person on the internet. Uh, yeah, I have my cross, and then and then my Celtic ring, and then back here is love is forever. So
Those are some of the shittiest tattoos I've ever seen in my fucking life. They're all bled out and look like shit. I got a Pegasus on my calf that was put on my calf 37 fucking years ago. 37 fucking years ago. That held its color better than any of them freaking jailhouse tattoos that you've got on your body. Bet.
but there was like a program a long time ago, like something that girls did who had that problem, and it's called Love on Your Arms if you look it up. And basically you tattoo like love messages on your arms to help avoid the urge to want to do something to yourself. And it's a beautiful message to give to people who have a hard time dealing with that. So no, I never watched any of the King Cobra stuff. I have one tattoo that is on my chest and it's covering a bullet wound I suffered from small arms fire.
I When I got all my tattoos, I went to a reputable place and to someone who knew what they were doing. All except for the one on my back. I let the guy do it, and I paid him. It was a I think I paid $100. It's the word hope and then the Chinese letters for hope. I kind of screwed the guy over that was tracing the Chinese letters for hope, and it probably says gutter slut. Hope not.
Flying on an airplane in the Air Force. Oh my God, bless your heart, Paul Davis. Tomcats for life, bro. God bless you, man. Thank God you lived, man.
Oh man, the Tomcats. I remember that, the air show.
Oh, I love creamer in my coffee. I can't. I'm not.
Hey,
I can't do
Shepard.
the black
Hey,
coffee
Zach
thing,
Woodward.
man.
How
That's too
you
much for
doing?
me.
I can do it most of the time.
Um, I can do that. Um, let me see. Anything else people are saying? No, I don't have PTSD. Well, yeah, I have CPTSD, but my main diagnosis is borderline personality disorder because it's from early onset childhood trauma. So it's very similar to how, like, if you look at an MRI, it's very similar to like a war vet's. But because of the age, the symptoms are differently because usually a war vet is an adult, right? While someone who has borderline personality, they're a child when the event happened, or events, um, and hi, Sybil, but it they're both trauma based mental illnesses. My CPTSD is the things that happened to me, the trauma that's happened to me in adulthood. Um, and a lot of people get lucky. They don't have as much trauma as some people do, right? So they don't have a rich understanding how much damage trauma can actually do to not only just the human mind but the human
Zach,
body. You know,
I spent a tour in Iraq as a gunner. I don't stack up to the guys in Iwo Jima.
um, you know, like I didn't ask for the mental health I have. I didn't ask to be a borderline. I was made one
Oh, thank you.
through
Hang on.
abuse
I'll
and
tell you.
neglect. And
From what I saw, it went pretty good. They're supposed to be calling me in for a second interview. Oh no, I don't trust anybody. You know, we'll see. I hope that he I'm real psyched about this. I hope that I get this. I'm really, really hoping. Oh, the interview was great. So here's hoping.
invalidation. Um, the CPTSD that I have, complex post traumatic stress disorder. And it's complex because it's multiple traumas. And the symptoms of that can be highly severe to the point where socializing can be damn near impossible. Um, which is why I usually I use the internet to socialize, because it's like the place I guess I feel most comfortable with. Like if you knew me in real life, right? I'd be so socially awkward and just very quiet and
I doubt that fucking seriously. I doubt that seriously. And I'll tell you how my interview went. My interview went pretty good. Um, and I'm just hoping. I'm just hoping. So
and not knowing what to say, and you know, a lot of people who meet me in real life, they're like, you're a lot quieter than I expected you to be. And it's like, I mean, I'm traumatized. I don't want to.
you know what? I'm not fake. You can ask Boo. She met me in person. I am the same person in person that you see online. I am the same mouthy bitch in person that you see online. Ask her. She'll tell you. It's, this great.
Cause a big, you know, spectacle or anything, and cause someone to be angry with me,
He said
or
he was going to the
you
store.
know, cause someone to be upset with me, and
Thanks,
then I
Scott.
have to
Thanks,
deal with
Max.
that. And then you just see me shivering, crying in a corner, not being able to function. And then after that comes the dissociation for hours. And then after that comes the depression symptoms, where you don't want to get up, you don't want to do anything, you don't really want to eat. You just lie there and dissociate and cry in fetal position, and you're pretty much like that the whole day. This is shit that Jason has to deal with.
How you doing,
Yeah.
Boo?
like constantly with me.
On a rotating basis, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a day like today is beautiful because you're up, you're like, okay,
Ooh,
what could
nice,
I
Donna
do?
Cat.
What's
Make
the
me a
like you're
plate.
good, you know. And most of the time you're like that.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, if you have a BPD person in your life and you care about and love them, you do have to learn how they are, because
No, she needs to get on her medicine, take her fucking medicine like she's supposed to, and learn some self fucking control. Stop acting like a dumb bitch. Damn. Someone should have put her on her ass a long fucking time ago. Her problem is nobody's told her no. And that is 100% of her fucking problem. Then you got this gimpy bastard that just gives her any damn thing she wants. Ugh. Mm.
otherwise you're gonna have moments where you can be like, what the fuck just happened? I did you take something I said wrong because you're not happy anymore? Like it's not something you can put on yourself. That's something that was told to me in rehab.
No.
Is like you can't for another person's stability, and especially if they're BPD, you can't put that on yourself
No.
because it could just change.
Hmm.
It can, and it could be something very small. So it's tough, but if you love the person, you learn and you do your
That's
best.
And
funny.
I can't help it because how my brain functions
Right? Yeah.
either.
No, of course you can't help it. Like that's what people try to put on you is, oh, you can help it. No, you can't. Your brain is literally
Damaged.
damaged from trauma when you were a child. So it's disgusting how BPD people are treated. It's really wrong because they're like, oh, that's an unstable person. So what do we do with that? We basically just put it out of society, and that's bullshit. But finally, the cops are realizing that there's people with problems like this, and they have crisis cops, and they're awesome. The crisis cops are the best cops.
Yeah, but BPD doesn't cover her being a horse's ass and you being a horse's ass. You dig? You follow where I'm going? You getting what I'm putting down? You follow? Mm.
And they should all have to go through that training now. Because basically everybody's mentally ill in some way. COVID really pushed that mental illness in everybody.
Yeah,
So,
our mental
my baby.
our mental health really took a
Oh,
toll
yeah.
with COVID. It really did. Like
The boys, too. Like, everybody.
before COVID, I wasn't agoraphobic.
Mm.
Now
Okay, Lady
I'm
Starfire.
extremely agoraphobic, and I don't like leaving the house.
True.
That just happens to be in my realm. So am I. I hate leaving the house, but I force myself Do you know why? It's unhealthy to sit in this house and not move from this seat or from the couch where I watch reruns of Bob's Burgers. Don't you judge me. It wouldn't do you any harm to get up off your fat ass and go take a walk, preferably off a short pier, back into the ocean, where you can meet up with your kind, whatever kind you are.
Not like that.
And
No.
my mental health has taken such a bad toll. Is like there's times I don't even want to leave like my corner where I am.
Mm.
I'm just so afraid of like, what if something happens? What if another event happens? What if my stalkers do what they've been saying they want to do to me, and it's scary, and it's, you don't know how to deal with it, and
Emotional damage.
yeah, and in a lot of cases, emotional damage, it can cause brain damage, actual physical brain damage.
That's wild, but it's true.
And not only brain damage, but physical damage too. Yeah, there's an association with people with fibromyalgia and trauma, and I've noticed with my fellow BPDs is a lot of us have fibromyalgia. A lot of us have autoimmune diseases, and it's all stems from trauma and the brain damage trauma does to people.
Are we taking notes, class? There will be a test. Thought I heard something. There will be a test. Closed note.
Everyone hears about the TBIs, the traumatic brain injuries. Well, it's the same thing, except it wasn't, a bullet or a piece of glass or like a pipe or something that goes in your head and brain damages you, or you got a bump on the head or something. No, your brain damage is caused by trauma, like emotional trauma, physical trauma even.
Hey, Buck Melanoma, what's up?
And it does cause like relationship problems and socializing.
Jesus, I wonder where you get relationship problems from. I wonder where you would have relationship problems. Could be that you're a selfish witch. Damn, girl. Oh, my dear sweet Lord. Somebody just. Oh, my God.
Problems. You tend to choose isolation over socialization. because isolation is safe. Isolation is a place where you know nobody can hurt you. Um, Isolation is a place where you can have your peace and you don't have to deal with someone's abusive mentality. Um, so, the majority of the time, I choose
Wow!
isolation over
I felt
socialization.
that one.
I choose to be within myself because I know it's safe over going to the outside where it's not safe. People are mean, they're cruel, no compassion for their fellow man. And then there's the people that look at anyone that's different and they treat them like they're not human because they're not a normie. And I've always tried my best to try to like help people who have like the same or like similar problems as I do to make them feel like they're not alone. Like,
Only if it's something in it for you. Only if there is something in it for you. You don't do anything unless there's something in it for you. Let's just get that straight right now. You've always been that way. Everything's transactional with you.
it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to have trauma. It's okay to have BPD. It's okay to be bipolar. You know, it's it's okay to have mental illness. Um, and it's something that you shouldn't be ashamed of because it's not your fault. You know, I hate.
No, she has brain damage now because she has been through so much trauma. Yes, letting that scene before I hit play.
Hate the stigmas that surrounds mental illness, the lack of understanding, the ignorance that people spew, and the lack of wanting to help people or to even just keep the peace for people who do suffer with mental illness. Um, it's not easy to have. And I'm also trying to make it a point to be more forgiving to people with mental illness because we fuck up. The mentally ill. We fuck up. We say things we shouldn't. We do actions that we
Wow.
shouldn't. But I think the best you can do if you're mentally ill and you're prone to fuck up, you know, it's just best to do your best to like apologize, say you're sorry, try to educate yourself more on your conditions so you can, you know, not be so triggered to the point where you feel the need to lash out. And sometimes that's hard because it's like, someone's picking on you for having your mental illness, and you only have so much of a filter when you have mental illness, and you have so much of a withstanding point within you. Um, and there's people in this world that purposely go out of their way to
Damn!
try to trigger people with mental illness without fully understanding what they're
Oh
actually
my
doing to the
god!
person.
Ouch!
Um, that's
Ow!
why you have people
I hadn't even been picking on her weight as
like King
much.
Cobra who drank himself to death because they knew exactly how to trigger.
You know what? That's okay. You're eating yourself to death. Aren't you, Big Mama? I'll soon be 58 years old and I am in better shape than you. That should make you ashamed. And I am in piss poor shape right now. I need to get back in shape. And I don't know, just look at her eyes. There's nothing there. The windows are open, the bulb's burned out. I'd say the lights are on, but nobody's home. But like I said, the bulbs are burned out and the windows are open. Shit.
Him. They knew where to hit him, where he'd end up doing the behaviors that are actually harmful to him. Um, and they do it to
He didn't drink himself to death, darling. His appendix burst. Get your facts straight. You're going to have a lot of Cobra fans all over your ass. You do know that, right?
people with BPD a lot. You know, I think a
Hey,
lot of
man.
people, a lot of the cruel people that you see on YouTube, they purposely trigger people with BPD because they hear that they have explosive tempers, but they never get the idea like this explosive temper these people with BPD have is because they weren't treated right and they don't know how to express themselves in an appropriate manner to
Hey,
get people to
man. How you
understand
doing?
to leave me the fuck alone.
That's my problem when we get into something. Is that like I immediately want it to be okay. That's not how it works. Okay?
Brain can't function that way.
That just doesn't work that way. And that's with anybody, really, but especially with BPD because their emotions take time to regulate. So I can't expect there to be just like, oh, everything's okay now, Jay. No. No, you have to write it out. You have to let them go through what they got to go through, and then you'll be okay. Because if it wasn't that way, we would not be together today.
Yeah.
It would be impossible.
They can't, but I can't help it at the same time as my
That doesn't matter
regulation.
if you can help it or not. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. And it's the same thing for me. It doesn't matter. I
Yeah.
still get in trouble for having outbursts.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
it's not an excuse. It's just
No, you're both babies that have never learned any self control. I was taught that from a young age. Don't stop crying. I'll give you something to cry about. Yep. We were taught self control as kids, as were most of you. Unlike Clarky, Stabby, Shanny, Rev, their ilk. They have no self control. They weren't taught. They were just given what they wanted, so they'd shut the hell up.
it is what it happens.
That's true.
It's not an excuse. You
Yeah.
have to go. Fuck! I did it again. I'm sorry.
Feeling
I
that.
love you.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
the best you can do when you're mentally ill.
Yeah. You're
So
gonna be
best
doing
you can
that your
do.
whole life, especially when you're bipolar. 'Cause
Exactly.
it's like I could be like, "Hey, how you doing? I love you." Oh shit, fuck you. Like literally, it can happen. Depending on the day.
Like, the difference between me and Jason is him popping off is just randomly out of the blue. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
With me, because I'm borderline, you have to push me in order to see a reaction.
You get there. It's you get there.
You know, I'll give you a few warnings, like, you better fucking stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You're irritating the shit out of me. Like, you don't want to see this. Stop.
Right.
But if you're gonna...
No. Well, that's all I've got for now. Oh my goodness. I want to thank everybody that came and saw me. You guys rock. I don't care if you're here for 10 minutes, 10 seconds, or the whole thing. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. You know why? Well, do you? It's because nobody else will. Now, y'all take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Peace.